Good morning, children. Welcome back to our geography class. I hope you are waiting with your textbooks, children. Right, let's go with the chapter. In our last class, Climate Part 1, we have discussed about the definition of climate and weather, and also we have discussed about the elements of weather and climate. And at the end of today's class, you'll be able to learn the 6 climatic controls. So let's study the factors that control the climate of any country. There are 6 major controls of the climate, and they are the latitude, altitude, pressure and wind system, distance from the sea, ocean currents and relief features. If you take up the first factor, children, latitude, the earth is spherical in shape. As we all know that the earth is in spherical shape. Due to its curvature, the amount of solar energy received varies according to latitude. So equator receives vertical rays of the sun, but gradually if you move towards the poles, the rays become slanting or tilting. So the air temperature decreases from the equator towards the poles. You can see the equator is receiving the vertical rays, and if you go towards the poles, the rays are vertical. Coming to India, as you all know that the Tropic of Cancer passes through the middle of the country. That is from Rann of Kutch in Gujarat in the west to Mizoram in the east. So almost half of the country which is lying to the south of Tropic of Cancer belongs to tropical region, and it experiences tropical type of climate. And the North India, which lies above the Tropic of Cancer, is in the subtropical region. So therefore, India's climate has characteristics of what, children? Tropical as well as subtropical climate. Now let's go for the second climatic control, that is altitude. The second factor, that is altitude. What's the meaning of altitude, children? Height or distance above the sea level. You must know that there is a decrease of temperature of 1 degree for every 166 meters rising height. If you go height of about 166 meters, for every 166 meters, 1 degree temperature falls. So this is because as one who goes from the surface of the earth to the higher altitudes, the atmosphere becomes less dense and the temperature decreases. That is because the gravitational force of the earth is much higher in the lower altitudes when compared to the higher altitude. That's why the hills are therefore cooler during summers. Now in India, if you take India is covered by different relief features or landforms. So those are mountains, plateaus and plains. So these relief features leads to difference in temperature, because mountains experience cooler climate when compared to plateaus and plains. So if you take Himalayas, they have an average height of about 6,000 meters. On the other hand, coastal plains have a maximum elevation of 30 meters. So the Himalayas prevent the cold winds from the Central Asia from entering the subcontinent. It is because of these mountains the Indian subcontinent experience mild winters as compared to Central Asia. Because the mountains, the Himalayan high mountains, they prevent the cold bearing winds which are coming from Central Asia to India. That's why we experience mild winters. But Central Asian people, they experience extreme winters, means too cold. That is freezing cold. Next, on the other hand, coastal plains create a moderating influence in the climatic condition. So this is because of land and sea breeze. So in the next class, children, we will discuss the remaining climatic controls. So that's all for today. Thank you.